Alrighty, so triads. A little bit more about them. One thing that we can do to make it a little bit easier to deal with is we can learn them in a linear fashion as far as how the shapes change. Okay. Here's what I mean. We were talking about, we're using D major in this example, so we have D, F sharp, and A. Okay. Now most of us learned this one early on. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use strings 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We talked about using this shape. So 3, 2, and 1. Like that. And in this shape, so 3, 2, and 1 here. Okay. Now we get into the term is inversions, and it's where we're taking the notes of a chord and we're rearranging them. That's the easiest way to think of it. Okay. And when we play D major, in this case, we start with a D. We call that root position because the naming note is first. The third of the series. Remember we were skipping notes, so we had D, we skipped E. Well, D is the first note, then E would be the second. So F sharp, the one we want to use, that's the third, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. D, E, F sharp, G, and then A makes it the fifth. Okay? So those are the intervals or the spaces that we're talking about. So we have 1, 3, and 5. Okay, let's say. But we'll just talk note names. Okay? So we have D, F sharp, and A. And then, if we put F sharp first, okay, see how that's there? We need 3 strings. Now we have F sharp, A, and then D. So we took the D and we put it on the end, kind of like Pig Latin, okay? Where we take the first, you know what it is. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. And then if we put the fifth, A in this case, on the bottom, or the lowest note, that's what we have. Now we have A, and then we have D and F sharp. Okay? So, that's the easier way of hearing it, how we rise with them. So we have the root position, or the 1 as the lowest note. First inversion, where we have the third in the bass, so to speak. And second inversion, where we have the fifth. Okay? So with that, that's how we learn how these kind of fit along the line. And they just repeat. So you see that one, it's just like that. There's only 3 notes to choose from, so if we have, each one gets a turn being in the bass, there's only 3 options. That's all there is, okay? For all triads. We're only doing major now, but the minors are that way, and the other 2, which have been unmentioned so far, those are in there as well. Okay, so let's look at the next set of strings, 4, 3, and 2. This is root position, remember? D, F sharp, and A, D, F sharp, and A. Okay? So what's next? F sharp. And what's after that? A. Okay? So those are the 3 shapes there, from D, from F sharp, okay, and from A. Now we have the next set, we have D, F sharp, and A. Okay, then we have D, F sharp, what am I playing? Oh, I'm sorry, my brain fell out. I was thinking of the shape from A. From D, okay, F sharp, you can think of it here, kind of hard to reach. But now, it's kind of in the basement, so it's that, okay? And then from A. So that'll make a little more sense as far as the sound. Okay? As you can imagine, we don't use those on string 6 very much. Okay, we can, but they're a little dark and thick. This one would work. Okay, same thing.